everyone, welcome to Plain to Champagne. My name is Haley, and today we're going to talk about how to study abroad. But that starts with choosing the right university program to travel. But before we get started, consider subscribing below if you want some more videos like this. And you can always find more information on my website at plaintochampagne.com. So before we get started, pull out your composition notebook and take out a pencil because I'm going to ask you some questions and I want you to really think about them and write down your answers. First of all, where do you think you want to be? Do you think you need to be in a major metropolitan city with all of your regular amenities, or do you think you can hack it out in the countryside in a smaller town? Next, what language? Do you have experience in a foreign language? Are you comfortable with maybe taking classes in English but being in a country with a foreign language? Or do you want to be in an English-speaking country altogether? What's your budget looking like? Now, study abroad can be affordable, for sure. However, if you have a larger budget, your options widen. Do you have additional money that you could use for a summer program or a Maymester? Or do you only have your money allotted for each semester? Next, how long are we thinking? Full semester? Summer? Have you ever been away from home? Are you ready to be far from home? Do you need a specific amount of credits? I needed to earn 15 credits each semester for 4 years to graduate on time. Is that the same for you? If you take a whole semester, are you going to be able to earn enough credits? And lastly, what kind of culture are you ready to get into? Do you want something a little bit similar, or do you want to maybe go to like Asian countries and get something completely different? Now that you have the answers to those questions, we can talk about the 5 major study abroad programs. First, we have something called global exchange. Now, this is really dependent on what university you are at, but a lot of times universities will have partnerships with universities all across the world. You still pay your tuition to your home university, but you are going to a university overseas. So the pros here is they have programs in big cities, in small cities. You can choose the language that you want. It's extremely affordable because it's already what you've been paying and it's what you're used to paying. And usually your scholarships do transfer over for this as well. And because your university is a partner with them, you know that transfer of credit process will be pretty simple. Now the cons is that because it's an exchange program, you don't have that much help with the logistics and you're not going to be in a group of Americans. You might be if other Americans decide to do the same program as you, but if not, you're kind of on your own. The next type of program is called Global Direct Program. Now this is very similar to the Global Exchange. The difference is instead of paying to your home university, you are going to be paying the tuition of that overseas university. The pros and cons are pretty much the same, except for the fact that tuition might be a different cost. So it could be more, could be less, it just depends. Next one we're going to talk about is global partner programs. Now this is what I did. These are third-party programs that take care of everything for you. So you pay a fee to that third-party program and they work out all of the details with that overseas university as far as tuition and accommodations and all of that fun stuff. You can choose the city or the town that you want. There are many language options. You will have a group of Americans from all over the United States that will help make your transition easier, and you get to meet a lot of different people, which is cool. And you have someone, a head person that you can ask your questions to that whole time that you're there. It can be expensive, however, there are some more affordable ones. The program I did, USAC, that's a pretty affordable one. But you have to make sure that those credits will transfer over because it's not a direct program with your school. You have to double check on those credits. So some of these global partner programs are USAC, AIFS, CIEE, and many others. Just Google Global Partner Program Study Abroad and you'll get a bunch of them. Another option you have is a faculty-run program from your university. So usually these are anywhere from like 3 to 9 credits. Sometimes you'll start the class in the United States, then head over abroad with your group. However, these are not for whole semesters. These are for summer, spring break, fall break, Maymester. The pros are if you are nervous about being alone, you're going to be in a group of people from your university with your faculty advisor. And you're earning extra credits towards your degree because it's during like spring break and summer. So it might be able to help you graduate sooner or lessen your workload for other semesters. Cons, it might be expensive if you weren't anticipating paying extra if you weren't anticipating paying for summer credits. And another major con is you're not there for all that long. To me, this is just a very expensive vacation, so I don't recommend these programs. However, if it's your only way to get there, then absolutely 100% take your opportunity and do that. The last option that I have for you is a quite interesting opportunity. It's called Semester at Sea. So you literally live on a ship and travel from place to place. The pros are you get to see a lot of different places, which is awesome. You're still earning credits for your semester, and you'll be with other English-speaking people. Cons, I don't think you spend enough time in any place to really understand that culture. Also, it can be very expensive, but everything's included with that, so that's something to take into account. If none of these options are sounding quite right to you, you do have one more option. Not studying abroad, but working abroad, volunteering abroad, interning abroad, teaching abroad. That's what I'm doing. Of course, the pro here is that you don't have to pay for school credit, but the cost of these different things will vary. Sometimes you might get paid, other times you have to pay to go. So some final thoughts. First of all, it is never too early to start planning. Make an appointment with your study abroad office and start to think to yourself, what credits can I leave aside that I could probably get studying abroad? So I left like my art credit out and a history credit out so that hopefully I could get those abroad. Also, don't forget to take into account the extra expenses. You don't want to go abroad and have to live the bare minimum, right? You want to be able to travel during the weekends. And lastly, I think push yourself, but also be realistic. All right, if you have any questions, please do ask on my latest Instagram at Plain to Champagne. And if you found this video helpful at all, please do subscribe below. And as always, you can find a full list of these programs and all the information that you need on my website at plaintoschampagne.com. Thank you so much for watching. Cheers.